Hi you guys, welcome to my 36-week bump date. This week, Juniper is as big as a papaya and is weighing in at over 6 pounds. Her liver and kidneys are in good working order, as well as her immune system and circulation system. Whatever. Her circulation is also working. So I missed last week's bump date because I actually flew to Idaho for my baby shower, which was incredible. I loved it. It was exactly what I wanted. Very small, intimate gathering with just close friends and family over brunch. Very non-traditional. We didn't do a lot of the baby shower games, and it was really more of a gathering of really close women in my life who I wanted to celebrate Juniper's life with. In case you missed that video, I will link it right here and be sure to check it out. But now at 36 weeks, it really feels like this is the final countdown. And in fact, I feel like she could come any day. Corbin and I are already putting in bets for when we think Juniper is going to arrive. So Corbin's bet is February 17th, which is this week. I would like to add that is ridiculous. I really am not sure how I feel about that. My own personal prediction is that I think Juniper will arrive on March 1st. So we'll see. And be sure to leave your own predictions down in the comments below. Let us know when you think she's gonna be arriving. Also, due date is March 7th, just to give you an idea. This week, I'm feeling really pretty good. In fact, better than I have in a while. I think that Juniper has kind of dropped down into a position that's more comfortable with my body. I'm getting better sleep. When I turn from side to side, it's less painful. And in general, I've had more energy, which could be the nesting kicking in because it is these final weeks. Although I do feel like I've had nesting for like ever. Could be that, or it could be just like a combination of that with getting better sleep because I'm more comfortable. I'm not really sure, but I'm feeling pretty good right now, especially these past few days. Also, because it is the final weeks, Corbin and I have put together our birth plan that we will be taking to the hospital with us. I wanted to go over this birth plan. We used the Mama Natural Customizable visual birth plan, which I think is just an awesome concept because it's so simple and so clear. So even if there's some kind of emergency situation, just whoever is there at that time who will be supporting you will have just like such a clear understanding of your wishes if they're possible. So there was a lot of things that I expected to put on my birth plan when I first started thinking about putting together a birth plan, but I actually found out a lot of those things were already standard practices at the location that we are going to be giving birth. So instead of cluttering it and adding more information on there that really was not necessary, I have some things that I definitely want, but I don't have to actually ask for. So that was a huge benefit for me, but kind of hard to not like put it in writing. Our birth plan is divided into 2 parts. It's divided into our preferences for during labor. As I think you know, we are definitely having the goal of a most natural birth as possible. No pain medications. I don't want a episiotomy. I want food and water over having an IV. Basically no to bare minimum interventions or medications or anything. I really just want to trust my body and kind of like power through this birth as best that I can. So that is the ultimate goal, and everything that we've chosen to list on this birth plan helps support those preferences. Oh, but I will note that I did add just a little bit of writing notes in case there was an emergency C-section that had to take place. Obviously, the safety of our baby and myself is most important over our birth preferences. So in the instance that we do have to go through a cesarean, I added on there that we want the double stitching because some hospitals or birth locations practice only just single layer stitching. You can look into that yourself if you want to know a little bit more about what I'm talking about. Then the other section is the after labor, so after delivery. And again, there's a lot of things that I originally thought I was going to be putting on my birth plan that again are standard practices. So like immediate skin to skin contact is a standard practice at our birthing location. Delayed cord clamping is standard. Delayed exams are standard. So a lot of these things are just standard and I don't have them on there. And some of them I wrote on there anyways, just because, but it's a little redundant really. A couple things I did write on there that I wasn't sure if they were standard or not is that Corbin would like to cut the cord. I'm sure they would offer that to him, but I just want to make sure that they know ahead of time. So Corbin would like to cut the cord. We are going to be saving the placenta. We are going to skip the Hep B as well as the eye ointment. And we are also going to be skipping the bath because we're going to bathe June later at home, and we're actually going to rub in that creamy Vernex layer if there is any. I'm sure there'll be a little bit. And again, just making it clear that we would like to be consulted before any sort of formula or medication or pacifier is used in case of, like, again, an emergency C-section if we're not right there with her. So that is our birth plan. It's pretty simple, it's pretty clear, and I really feel like the group of midwives and doulas I'm working with, I really don't think I have to have all this information on there, but you never actually know. You never actually know if you're gonna have some sort of emergency and if you're even gonna be working with those people. Like if I'm in an emergency situation, I'm not sure who's gonna be on staff and dealing with this emergency and dealing with this birth. So it's always good, even if you totally trust your midwife, your doula, your team, or your care provider, it's always a good idea to have a written birth plan just to make sure that your wishes and preferences are available to whoever is supporting you during the time of labor. And also I think just for me to have a copy as well as Corbin, I'm sure it's going to be such a crazy, exciting, but overwhelming time, and I don't want to have to try and remember what it is that we had decided about. I just want it to be there written down so that we don't have to be asked constant questions. So that is it for this week. I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below again about your predictions for when you think June will make her arrival. Also leave your comments about your birth plan if you had one, and what were some of the most important things that you wrote on there, or what was the reaction of having a birth plan and sharing that with your care provider or the staff who was helping you during birth. And be ready for your. Bye.